Welcome to part 2 of the 3-part series from browsers to buyers. Last week I taught you how to create a freebie on Canva so you can add value and entice your audience to subscribe to your email list. Well, today in part 2, I'm going to show you how to create a landing page using Flodesk so you can deliver that freebie to your audience. So let's get started. Come and join me. Today, I'm going to teach you how to set up a landing page to deliver that freebie that we did together on part 1. So I like to use Flodesk to create my landing pages. So you can create a Flodesk account for free by just clicking try it. For this demonstration, I did create a new account so you guys, I can walk you through on how to set up your landing page and give you a brief tutorial of how to use Flodesk. So I created, here we go. So try it for free, you enter your information, and then they're gonna send you this verification right here. You click on it, and then voila, you're in, okay? And so let me tell you how you can set up your Flodesk to make things easier for you when you're doing your forms, your workflows, and your emails. You come over here, and you set up your account. So let's go to account. I did this before briefly, so you can put your full name in there, your wherever you're at, your time zone, because that's going to help with your delivery of your emails. And obviously, if you have a lot of the people in your audience are in your time zone, you want to make sure that you're sending it during that time. You go to account setup here. You can add more email addresses. This is what I love about Flodesk is that you can have, let's say you have 2 brands. So let's say I wanted to put the 7-day meal plan in here. I can send emails from the 7-day meal plan to those lists instead of sending people, sending everyone from, my Fit365 brand. So I really like that. And they don't charge you extra. So it's not like you have to set up 2 accounts. You can do 2 different email addresses to do 2 different targeted brands. This is also great if you are maybe a virtual assistant and you take care of things for multiple people. You can get this set up through here. So here you go. So you can do it again. You can add the name and the email address, and then it'll confirm by emailing you an email just like this to the other email address that you set up. So let's go to next. You can set up your domain. I'm not going to do that right now because I do not want to set one up through Fit365 Nutrition, but you would put your domain in here and then you click to authenticate it. Very, very simple. Here, I highly recommend putting your logo. So you'll have a place that says, what kind of logo do you want to put on there? And then you put your company name. So it will default that whenever you're creating emails in the system. You put your company website, the address, etc., your social links. I put my social link in there, and then you can connect it to Instagram. There are some templates that at the bottom, it will say, connect with me on the gram. And so it will load up your pictures, your most recent pictures from Instagram. I highly suggest setting your brand colors in here so it makes it easier when you're creating your flow. So let's just say, I don't know, I'm adding another one. I don't even know that's one. F, I think I know one is like CE28F3. Let's see what that is. Okay, there you go, purple. I don't know. You set that up, and then you can customize your double opt-in email, what that would look like, and then your thank you page. Here, if you have a Shopify account, perhaps you sell things on Shopify, drop shipping, or any other kind of e-commerce business, you can connect it here. And you can set up your payments here. And then Flodesk loves it for when you share their stuff, and they reward you and they reward the person that you shared it with. I love that about them because you don't have to sign up for their affiliate. And believe me, you're going to rave about how this is easy to use. So now let's get started on the landing page. Before you create a landing page, make sure you go to your audience and create a segment for that landing page. here I created a workout freebie segment and a recipe freebie segment. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the workout for the landing page. So what that means is when I come to forms, I'm going to create a new form. I can either choose a pop-up and embed it into my site. I can do an inline to keep it simple and embed it into my site, or I can do a full page. I'm going to do a full page for this demonstration. And so that segment, what that means is that anyone that opts in through this form is going to be sent through to one segment. So I'm going to do workout freebie segment because my freebie has to do with workouts, okay? And so I want everyone that is interested in workouts, they're gonna go to that segment, and from there I'm gonna build out a workflow, an email automation, and that's gonna be next week. For the sake of this tutorial, I am not talking about content as far as like copy or anything. I do have some amazing resources for you to be able to learn what to say on your landing page as well as in your email series. So I'm going to go ahead and leave their copy here, and I'm going to add a picture. As you see, it pops up on the side. Every time you're editing an email, a workflow, or a form, it's going to be on this side. So do I have anything for workout? Let's see here. I love my girl, Jasmine, with the social curator. I really don't have anything for working out. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this picture in there. Because, you know, it's irrelevant right now because you're gonna have your own pictures that you wanna put and you're gonna have your own copy. Okay, so your form here, you can change the background. Let's say you didn't want it to be all white and you wanted to add your brand color. You can do that there. Or you can choose different colors that they have available. I'm going to choose none. Okay, and then I can change this, the font here. This is the different types of font. They have a lot of different ones. And then you can choose whether you want it to be thin, you want it to be light. I like to stick with regular. Again, then you can go to this block and you can change. Let's say you wanted to change the color, you wanted this to pop. You can do that. And let's say you're like, but I wanted to bold it. Well, then you highlight it, bold, underline, however you want to do it. Okay, so you have to highlight it. You're not going to be making those changes here. Go back to black. And then in this section here, you can change up your button. I highly suggest being very consistent on the button that you choose throughout your forms. You just want to make it look uniform. Again, the font, and then let's see here, take me out of there. Form. Okay. That is always iffy with me. Okay, so I clicked on this area right next to this, and so the field, do I want to capture their first name? Yes, no. I highly suggest trying to capture their first name so you can personalize the emails that go to them afterwards. Last name is not always necessary, and in fact, having an extra step in there may deter them from signing up. So I would not do that. Message. This message is going to be after they hit, submit. So they give you some default options. So they're like, if you want to be friendly, this is what you can say, or you can just customize what you want to put in there. Okay. And for the button, like I said, you can change it to your brand colors if you wanted to, or you can just keep whatever the color that they had there. And then let's say it wasn't a free download. Maybe they were going to subscribe to your newsletter or something. Then you can change the copy here by just highlighting it and typing it in. Pretty simple. Okay, so now all of that's done. Very simple. Again, you're going to have some kind of eye-catching topic right here, title, and then some more information, brief information about your freebie. And then you're going to add your brand colors and some picture that will look good or having to relate with the freebie that you're offering. Next, it's going to ask you, should we enable double opt-in for this form? I do not require it on my landing page just because it's going to be another step, and sometimes people are just wanting to hurry up and get their freebie. And then next is, do I want to be notified? You can be notified every single time someone opts in. The next thing is what should happen after this form is submitted. You can redirect them to a thank you page on your website, which is highly recommended, maybe some further information. So you would click redirect, or you could just display that success message that you had created in the design. And then lastly, it is ready to publish. So there you go, it's published. You can copy this and you can put it into a new browser, and there you go, voila. So when people go to this landing page and they put their information, you will see it in the segment. So that the segment that we chose, the segment that we chose was the workout freebie. So then you'll start seeing people are going to be, this list is going to be filling up. Next week, we're going to talk about how to create a workflow so you can deliver that freebie and then you can nurture your audience. Now, I'm going to just give you the technical part of it. I do not give you the copy or, exactly what to say or, the flow of it. But I do have people that I recommend, and I will link them below. So that way, once you're done with part 3, you can go in and reach out to them and maybe do one of their courses so you can figure out, okay, how do I make sure that I'm nurturing my new subscriber and that they're going to want to stick around. You're going to be able to add value to them. But that is next week. Okay. One side note, a little bonus. If you want to buy, you can buy it for a few bucks, a domain on GoDaddy, because you don't want to have this right here. You don't want to have this as the domain. You're like, oh, I don't want to put that every single time. It doesn't go with my brand. Well, you can buy a domain for fairly cheap with the name of that download. So let's say your download is, I don't know, workouts by Vanessa. And then you can forward this URL to that domain that you just purchased. So like I said, I bought this domain. Okay, I'm not using it, so I'm going to manage the DNS. So it's not hosting anywhere. Okay. Oh, I shouldn't have gone to that. Okay. And so what I can do here is I can forward it to the URL that Flodesk has set up for me for this landing page. So that's just a way to get around having to have that Flodesk blah, 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 okay? And then you save it and then you would preview it, voila, okay? Well, there you have it. That is how you set up your landing page using Flodesk. I'm going to give you my link so you can get 50% off whenever you register at Flodesk. If you haven't figured out which freebie you're going to offer, go back and watch part 1 so you can download the guide that comes with it to give you some ideas to brainstorm on different freebies that you can offer your audience depending on your industry. Next week, I'm going to go through how to set up a workflow automation so that as people are subscribing to download your freebie, you can start creating a relationship with them even while you're sleeping. If you like this video, I would love it if you could heart it and go ahead and share it with someone that you think may need this information. And don't forget, leave your takeaways. I always like to hear what you have learned from this or what you've tried. I'll see you guys next Tuesday with part 3. See ya.